Mark and Will, yeah, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Yours truly. Will is in the building. Got T-Rock and the Don. What's going on, T-Rock? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. You know, living life as it should. Everything's
No,
going well.
I know that's right. What's up with you, the Don? What's the deal, man?
Too much. Another Monday in the work spot, and another week going by. I
you,
feel,
you gotta let that out though. You gotta
yeah.
you gotta let that out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. I feel you understand that. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We're gonna get everybody caught up in what's going on and what happened in the sports world over the weekend. Also, Monday. So hey, you gotta vote. Vote for these kiddos. Go to the polls. It's on the Players Club. That's our group for the Mark and Will Show, and also you'll see it on the Mark and Will Facebook page. So please vote, vote. And we got some good ones for you guys. We got some good things to talk about. We had a good time Friday night. Well, we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whoo! I looked at the clock when I got home. I was like, really? really putting in work hours for real. So I hope everybody did. Like I said, have fun. We did much fun, and we'll get that real quick. Where to find us at? Pretty much is everything at the Mark and Will Show. Twitter. I keep on. It's hard to say X, but I'll say it. Twitter/X. Uh, Facebook, TikTok, you don't stop, Instagram, YouTube, Players Club. Like I said, that's where all the voting is. Make sure you get there and vote for those kids. They deserve it. And like I said, we're going to miss some, we're going to hit some. But we definitely going to miss the ones that the school does not report the stats. If the stats is not there, you know what I'm saying? We just keep it moving. And actually, it makes it easier on us when we keep looking for the stuff if you don't have the stats. And you can nominate by 4 p.m. Make sure you have all the stats, what happened for that week. Also, so everybody know, I said this before and I keep on saying it. It could be one game. It could be one game and T-Rock had 40 points. But if his team lost, don't give it to me. We ain't doing it if you lost. You know what I'm saying? That like if you got 2-3 games and you won one with 1-2, 2-1, that's cool. But if you 0-1 and all that kind of stuff, 0-3 and you score 70,000 points, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm not going to accept that. I'm sorry, this not that. It is what it is. But we have 10 ladies, 10 guys. Go ahead and vote for them. They deserve it. Please do. All right, so actually, I want to make sure you guys. Let me do this. I know I didn't add you guys, but I'll do this one real quick. Make sure you go ahead and get over to that Mark and Will Gaming. There's some games and stuff that's going on. Mark's on that page. We actually got some things that's already come on the horizon, so please check that out. Mark and Will Gaming page. Check that out. What's going on with wrestling, man? I mean, y'all got us all together talking about the elimination chambers and all this kind of stuff, man. Who watched this and who did not, and all this kind of stuff like that, man. Was it worth it? You guys build it up. Who wants to start with this first?
Go ahead, the Don.
All right, we'll start with the women's elimination chamber. So it did get down nitty gritty. It was I say it was a pretty good match, and they showed Tiffany Strike. How you say that last name?
Stratton.
Stratton. I knew it was
How
something
you
like
get strike from Stratton?
Hey, I don't know. I just seen an S. I just remember the S. ST somewhere up there, bad boy. But yeah, Tiffany, she showed that she got potential, that she can belong up in the main roster and handle the the main roster women. And then I think the future's gonna look for her and Bianca to get something going on, I think, in the future. But when it came down to it, and when the smoke cleared, Becky Lynch pulled off the win. And she would be going against Rhea Ripley in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I called that one.
I think we both did, Trap. I think we both
Okay,
did.
all right. I give you some credit. I give you some credit. Yeah, that one's a little easier than the men's.
Right. It seemed like how, but by you saying how the men's though, it almost like we could have, if we'd have thought about it, what
True.
they've been pushing. They have
Right.
been pushing, yeah, Drew to that point. So,
Right.
and I mean, I think the men's is pretty. I mean, a decent match too to watch.
It
Yeah,
was.
they had, quite a bit of things. Kevin Owens and um
Logan Paul.
Randy, yeah, Logan. Oh gosh, yes, he couldn't wait to get his hands on them. And, and then you see where he got spurred through the glass or fiberglass, I guess you would say, by
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley. And I mean, it's a couple good spots, I want to say, all through the match. And when it came down, to towards the end when he was about to use those brass knuckles, then you had the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The RKO hit him out of nowhere with Randy Orton, but then Drew McIntyre turned around and took him out, and Drew McIntyre pulled out the win.
Did
Yeah.
either one? Did either one of you pick him to
No.
win?
No.
Mm,
I picked Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was about to win until Logan Paul hit him with the brass knuckles and knocked him out,
Right.
which gave you Drew McIntyre to cover to win the Elimination Chamber. So apparently they're going to do some kind of angle with Randy Orton and Logan Paul now.
Right. And that leads
So
up
and,
to who I
and he's
picked.
got the U.S. belt, so I mean it'd probably be a good little thing, something for WrestleMania.
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
so
true that.
yeah,
Randy Orton can pick that belt back up once again. And then from who I picked, from LA Knight. So he was getting his thing going and he had it going on for a minute. He was getting down and out of nowhere, AJ Styles shows up. Who knew that he was in
beats
Australia?
beats him with a chair.
Beats the crap out of him as it looked, and then it
Yep,
exited. So
yep.
now that
So
looks like that's leading up to their feud, going to lead up to WrestleMania
yep,
for their match.
yep. They'll have a match. It'll be good. I
Cool.
trust it.
So what's the next big match? Is it WrestleMania? Or is that it? That's
That's
the
it.
next big.
WrestleMania's next. Now it's just
That's
about building stories and you know what I'm saying and make people care. Like right now, I know he's watching live, but so I'm about to ruin it for you. But right now, it's they got Gunther and the and his crew out there, and with out there with Dom and them. You know what I'm saying?
oh, okay.
So we're talking about faction versus faction right now. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a thing as well. So we'll see. But right now, it's all about building stories to WrestleMania.
Cool. All right, okay, all right. Thank you guys for that enlightenment. So let's rock and roll with this one.
Uh,
Friday. We decided, actually, you guys decided for us that we were going to go ahead and see St. X versus North Oldham. Top 20 matchup. Big time, you know what I'm saying? First time being at St. Xavier's gym. Really nice place, that kind of stuff like that. And, this brings back, when you see that shiny hardwood floor and all that kind of stuff, man, this brings back memories. But I'm going to tell you what, this was a good game, man. We had some stars of stars out there, and people showed up and showed out. North Oldham was, to me, North Oldham was just a little bit small. I
Yeah.
know number 21 got hurt for them. It probably hurt them. I mean, he's not the biggest, but he looked like he was
Right.
strong enough to kind of bang down there.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeremiah Jackson, he was a handful, man. He ended up with 18 points. He was 9 for 12 for the field, hitting timely buckets and things like that. But I'm gonna tell you, Chance, you know what I'm saying? He got injured in the game. You know what I'm saying? Came back and really put on a show the last 5 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the scoring
Mhm.
spurts, big time. And I mean, it was just, Saint X is just. I mean, they are fundamentally sound. They got some players, man. They're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a real tough out. That Region Seven is a monster. That I mean, it's some teams in there, man. And district play begin like for some like yesterday, so it's we're in the midst of that, so we're gonna really get to see that. And guy from North Oldham, was that Grant?
Grant Neal.
I'm gonna tell you about Grant. If you don't know Grant, if you follow our show and follow the polls, Grant's been on our polls quite a few times, and had the first time to basically put my eyes on him. Dude is special. Dude is special. He can get to any spot he want to, man. And I knew once he stole that ball and dunked it, Jakob. I said,
Yeah.
snap. And
It's
I
about to go
bet
down.
you, right, because I bet you a lot of people just heard the name, didn't know he had some ups like that and 3-point shot and take it to the hole. Dude was special, man. He's good, even though they lost. St. X beat them. Let me see. And actually, this score is not even how close it really was. St. X won 67-52 with actually 4 minutes left, and St. X decided to almost do four corners on them and make them use their foul. They was only down by 5 points,
Yeah.
Right.
but they had to keep fouling. Then that puts your pressure on yourself to hit some shots, and they started missing shots. But very impressed with St. X and North Oldham and Grant, man. Ooh wee.
Yeah,
He's
buddy.
he's that guy. T Rock, what's your thoughts on the game?
Man, very good game. I enjoyed myself. Like I said, great facilities, man. Um, it was a good high school basketball environment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, yeah, your boy, man, just wherever he wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? When that dude drove the lane and like went like left and then came back around with his right at the rim, I was like, oh, dog, that's heady move right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was good. He was good. But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they're just too small. You know what I'm saying? That was that Jackson kid and you know what I'm saying? And they had like a 6'8" dude out there with another 6'8" dude sitting on the
Yeah.
bench. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was just too much, man. Just too much. They hung in there though, man. They played with a lot of heart and you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that
Who's their
Levitch is
coach,
their
man?
coach.
Who's their
David
coach?
Levitch?
Oh, David.
David
Yes,
Levitt.
sir.
Yeah, that
So,
was
you know what I'm
good.
saying? That was good to see too, because that's the most I've ever seen him ever talk.
Hey, he wasn't just talking. He was
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He
yeah.
was talking. He wasn't talking, he was talking.
The Don, what's your thoughts on the game?
Man, let me tell you. First off, they need to change their rule. They need to put a time, a shot clock up, or something. They need to change that rule. We've seen too many chances. I mean, through this season, just where coincidence as in they just holding the ball. We need, yeah. First, change the rule. Come on, get up to update. Do something about it because they can just hold that ball like that. I'm not feeling that at all no more. I mean, I forgot all about it from years, but now let's change that rule because it could have been a really much better ending than what it was. I was to say,
Mm-hmm.
but go back to the guys. Grant Neal, like y'all said, he couldn't be stopped. He had shots. I mean, nobody could stop his shot. He pop shot, go down. He knows his shot, take it to the hole. I mean, it was pretty much nothing that he could not do.
True.
But when it came down to it, when that was 21, that was Ryan Sanders. Ryan Sanders was 21 when he hurt his shoulder, and that was early in the game. So that put him out of luck, put him out the rest of the game, and that he looked like he had some size on him, and he probably can get in there and bang with the big boys down low. But once he went out, I think it definitely hurt.
Right.
But like you said, when Dillingham he started shooting those shots after he came back from the injuries, but Jeremiah Jackson, no doubt, was a difference maker. Was a difference maker because that body, and then he went. I know he showed those couple dunks. Did he have two dunks or something like that through the game? I know it was
I know he had at least one. I know he had at
Yeah.
least
right,
one.
right.
Hmm.
But then at the, but what was exciting was your boy Trevor at the very end where the crowd was shouting. I was loving it. You know, I
The
love the
senior,
student section. Yeah,
the
I
senior.
love the
Yeah.
student section. Trevor came in at the end. Chase passed him the ball after he passed Chase the ball. Like they was like, shoot it. He
Right. You
passed
go
it
ahead and
back,
shoot it.
and with that last second shot,
Pretty too.
oh
Yeah, it was.
man, and set the crowd wild.
Did y'all see that Gerald Gray
Jerry
he
was
fell down?
he
It
laid
did.
there.
Yeah,
You see that picture? They got that picture
Dan
out.
Stock, you crazy for that pick, man. Dude was on the like get laid down on the
Laid there
ground.
like
You better get on up for them kids get you for real. You know right. But I will say
Hawaiian
this.
shirt day.
I will say this. They student section is always I don't know too many. Like for instance, they do this nonstop. Like certain schools that do it for big games. You know what I'm saying? You'll see them, but then another game you won't see them at all. That kind of stuff. Saint X, man, I seen it on the football field where they had more energy than anybody at the Maryland St. X game, which was the problem because wow, they the only ones. Like period. It's Friday, they show out and they man, hey, I didn't even know that North Oldham had theirs.
Mhm. Then we
And it
have to
wasn't,
look up.
and it wasn't like it was a blowout. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning and stuff like that, the blowout didn't come to the very end, and you really couldn't hear them. You know what I'm saying? So, but Saint X, hey, they know what they doing on there, man. They take care of business and great atmosphere. I love it when you have enough parking, all that
Mm.
kind of stuff.
Mhm.
That's a thing. We get there, because you go to some schools, you're gonna be walking 10 miles away, that kind of stuff like that.
Oh, man.
But yeah, great game. Shannon said good evening. Shannon said,
Okay.
okay, Travis, I see your background talking about the other one, of course,
Right.
the Kansas City. Let me see. D said good evening. Okay. So yeah. Thank you guys for picking that. That was a good one, and we'll have a little bit more on that. So let's go ahead and get the Black History. This one right here, man, Grant Furr, first black goalie in NHL. The Don, what you have for this, man? That's a great find.
Where we at? Where we at? Hold on. Just say. Grant Furr was a superstar goalie, powerhouse for the Edmonton Oilers of the 1980s. Furr is responsible for a number of notable firsts for blacks in the NHL. Who would have known? Most notable, he became the first black player to have his name engraved on the Stanley Cup in 1984. The first of 5 times he would win sports' greatest trophy. Furr is also the first black goalie in NHL history, the first black recipient of both the, I don't know, I'm gonna get this trophy wrong, but I know one starts the one is the
Hold on.
the
Let me
Jennings
see.
Trophy.
Let me see. Let's see if I can help you out. Yeah, Jennings and Vasana trophy.
Yeah, there we go. And it's for the Jennings for his excellence at the net, and the first black inductee into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2003.
When I first saw this, I was like, "Here he goes. Here this is. This is gonna be borderline." Let me look. And then I look at the pictures, and I was like,
Oh
"Oh man, wait a minute. He got a curl? Like he had, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the older pictures, his hair is short, and you know how we get ready to go with this. We
Mhm.
seen this because
Oh
everybody
man.
come out don't want to. When it's black excellent, it get kind of crazy. People try to claim stuff. So I'm looking at stuff. I'm like. Oh yeah. Most definitely, he's a black Canadian.
Right, the
He's
brother.
a black Canadian. Yeah. He's definitely brother with them hairstyles I saw. So, all right, definitely he's a legend. big time. I think he got like 4 or 5 championships. He, played with Wayne Gretzky and all that kind of stuff like that. Dude's that guy. So Grant Fuhr was bad boy. So really appreciate that. And make sure you go on our page, man. It's plenty. The Don has done a great job with that. You know what I'm saying? So let's go through the page and you'll see it. We got a lot of stuff on there, and really appreciate that for all that work. I really appreciate you guys for what you're doing for that page. That page is over 13,000. As we speak, is 13 and some. So continue to share, like, follow, all that kind of good stuff. We really appreciate it. And comment, engage. You guys do a great job with that. So let's go this way with it. Let's go on and get this out the way. Let's get this out the way. I feel like first we're gonna do let's do South Carolina. We do South Carolina. South Carolina destroyed Kentucky 103-55. If you watch this, it's always Monday Blues. Because, don't get me wrong, they won a couple of games in between, you know what I'm saying? Had a great win at Mississippi State. Great win. Come to find out the whole damn team had flu for Mississippi State. Had a good win against Florida at home. But the thing is this. In the 2 meetings against South Carolina, they have lost a combined 100-something points, like 101 points. We're not saying beat South Carolina. This is like when Louisville was playing, UConn back in the day, even with Angel and different stuff and past Angel with all the 30-point loss. 40. I get it, but you got to shorten the. You know what I'm saying? You get the gap because Louisville didn't play them 2 times. This was one time, butt kicking, and you can go about your way and still go to the Final Four. You have to not get beat down by a total of 101 points in a series. That's ridiculous. The margin of victory has been more that you have scored combined against them. That blows my mind, man. I mean, and we know South Carolina is that juggernaut. It's, we done had it. We done had UConn, we had Tennessee, we had all that kind of stuff, right? Throwing Baylor with Brittany and things like that. But this right here, this is what's remarkable with Dawn is that she had 5 new starters. And check this out. Cardoso didn't even play this game. They set her out because they trying to rest her because she, went to play for the Brazilian team or whatever and, tryouts and things like that. So they like, we going to rest her. And they still put that 103 piece with 30 hot wedges and 2 gallons of pink lemonade. Yeah, hey, are y'all having a party? Yes, we are. How much you need? We need 103 pieces. Are you sure? Yes, 103, sir. I said it correctly. That's how many people we having at the Coliseum, wherever they play at now. I don't care where they play at. I mean, but goodness gracious, that's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yeah. It's not embarrassing to lose to them. Oh no, man, they undefeated. But damn, like really, this is sickening. They're one of their best, if not the best player, one of the best bigs in the country did not play, and they still scored 103. Wow. So Marky Walker's daughter, people forgot. You remember she was at Colorado or something. She transferred, and she's the 3rd string center.
Yeah.
She got run last night, yesterday. Like, and she's 6'5". Like, we was like, once you come to Louisville, Don said, man, hey, we got her. Sit on that bench, sit back and just relax. 103-55. I don't think it's going to be quite a few teams lose their coaches. I'm just saying. T-Rock, what you got? Because I know before the Don joined the team, you and I, it used to be swan songs after left, but goodness gracious.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is insane. I didn't even know that stat, and I'm don't even. That's a terrible stat for them. Uh, it's a terrible stat for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but 101. Like, did did you try? Did you try? You know what I mean? Like, did you do all that you could do? And if I mean, can we get in the 70s or something? You know what I'm saying? Just the 70s. I ain't asking for much.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But I think Stevie Wonder saw that one coming though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I was watching to see another dunk because you remember the first time they played, the girl dunked on him. I'm trying to watch another one. Let her do 2-hand dunks on it. Like, might as well.
I'll be right back on ESPN.
And
Right.
the crazy thing before you hit it, the Don is the crazy thing is at the end of the game, towards the end. So Don State got freshmen out there balling. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them start anyway. But these are the bench ones. Kentucky girl got fouled and was woofing. Girl was like, "Are you serious?" Pointing at the scoreboard, like, "Why are you even running your mouth?" Like, that's come on now, come on, like, stop the madness. You down a 50 piece, like,
Yeah.
sickening. The Don, what's your thoughts, man?
Oh no, man. That like you said, you down that much. Coach, take me out. It's like I'm done. It's over. I don't even want to be here for this mess.
Look at everybody else. They ain't serious.
Hey, I'd have fouled out on purpose.
On purpose.
I'm
Probably
done,
just went
coach.
straight back to the
kept
locker
looking
room.
at everybody like, foul?
Like, I'm trying,
I know I
trying to
looked
get
at
on
it.
the bench.
I know I looked at it earlier when I was seeing that they had 5 players in double figures at that. So I mean, I'm not surprised every player wasn't in double figures.
Yeah.
It's a terrible, man. They shot 64% for the game.
Mm,
They had
mm, mm,
30 assists. It was like, what the hell is going on?
mm. Sickening.
But I don't know. Hopefully, I guess probably Kentucky women feels like, yeah, these guys down here. But let's hurry up and get this season over with. But that's more to come on that. But let's get it over with. Get the season over with.
Our guy, our brother, bumpers his head emoji. He had to laugh. He's like, yeah, hey, right, yeah, that's that stuff, man. That's crazy. And speaking of crazy, your University of Louisville
That
502 takes it on the chin to weak Virginia. 73-68. Virginia came to the game 13-13. They was 5-10. In the conference, Louisville was 22-6, 11-4, and batting for double bid in the tournament. And decided they didn't want to show up in that fourth quarter. And actually, really, to me, throughout the game, I thought something was off. Because, granted, you done beat Virginia before, things like that, but you got to take care of business. And I'm going to say this, and I love Jeff Walls. If y'all know, I mean, you guys know it. And people who watch the show has to know it because he's the best. I think he's the best coach on campus. I will say this though, I just think that when he started, what's the name? Trav T-Rock.
Ela.
When he started Ela and Russell again, I'm thinking, okay, you got away with that against Georgia Tech, who was god awful, right? And Georgia Tech is better than this team, right? But it's god awful, and I was like, okay, you got away with that. Then I see the same thing, and I'm like, you can't, when, mama, daddy, when the whooping's enough? Ain't this, when can you just, how many times you gotta give me a lick? Like, I think I learned my lesson. I mean, that kind of shit. Like, what's going on? Like, you didn't get their attention? Taylor hit 30-some points. I think you got their attention. I think you. And I understand you look more to rebound and defense, and that's cool because one of the biggest reasons why this team is not clicking is because of rebounding and defense. and
Yep.
it bit you in the ass yesterday. But I will say this: when you have some deficiencies, you don't need to start the game off slow. So you need to have your firepower out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way you should be trailing 16-15 in the first quarter. Well, it's because you had what's the name, Trav?
Ayla.
Ela and Russell out there without besides Kiki and Sydney. Kiki, are you with me? No, she wasn't with you yesterday. That's the problem. That is the problem. Got to be with you, man. And I'm looking at this points though, and I give Nyla Harris, hey, she has been solid the last 8 to 9 games. She has been doing her thing. But Trevor, what's her name?
Ayla.
Ela had 2 freaking points. Cochran, goodness gracious, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 5 fouls. Russell 3 points. Rickards 8 points, 4 assists. So she did what she normally does. It doesn't make a difference where you put her. She does what she did. Curry 9 points. Taylor 15. Kiki 10 points. Loves you. What? Love has disappeared. Has she hit the wall? I understand that she really didn't play last year because she transferred, but damn, she's been. Now I know one game he set her out and all this kind of stuff, but I just like her defense, dude. She's long and stuff. You gotta play her. You gotta play her. I just think this is one of those games that, hey, coach, you know that's when you continue to whip that kid and the kid's 14 years old and they catch that belt. We're gonna have to come up with something else. And so what I'm saying, we got to come up with something else besides benching your 2 best players on the damn team.
Right.
I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me. Hats off to Virginia. You got the win, but they awful, and that's not good. This is back-to-back losses, and I don't know, and you guys probably seen it. I don't know if it's the first time in his era. You know, it's the first loss to an unranked ACC team, our team.
Yes.
Period. Yeah, I think it was 55-0 or some crap, all kinds of records. And then I heard at the half court, he's like, "Hey, I hope you guys are glad y'all the first team." Okay, coach. I'd have been like, "You got me." I'd have been in the locker room like, "Shit, that's on you, boss." And it's on them. Don't get me wrong, it's still on them. But you put your players in position to succeed. And I'm not saying I just don't like that starting lineup, bro. Like that's not beating anybody in the tournament. And you jeopardize now for even hosting the first 2 games in the NCAA. And this team is not gonna do well on that road.
No doubt.
The Don, what's your thought, man?
No doubt. Because Jeff, like you said, he put them in that situation. And I don't know really what he's thinking. Like they've learned his lesson. They've learned their lesson, coach. Give them the toys back. Let's let them stay out all night. They'll come home early. They won't pass the curfew. They're gonna do what they gotta do. They'll put the stuff. They wash the dishes after they done something. Because I can't keep seeing this ladies losing like this. I can't. It's a Virginia. Come on, players. Not like that.
At the
And then,
crib.
and then you look at the stats. You would think this was a closer game, or stats look pretty much even. If you look at them, and just by them, probably a couple rebounds, maybe a turnover or 2. But losing to Virginia even like that, and once you look at the fourth quarter compared to the third quarter, and when they started off slow, it didn't look good at all. So when they got outscored that fourth quarter, they outscored Virginia in the third. They came back in the fourth, but then got outscored, and they tried to start off fast, but then it was over. I'm like, what the heck going on? And where's Curry at? Curry ain't been doing what she's been using to doing. Love, she's averaging 4 points for the season. Like this is not the NCAA tournament team they should be at this point.
No.
They should know their positions. They should know their whole offensive plan, their game plan. They should know the defense plan by now. Come on. What are we on? 28 games for the season? 29 games for the season. So come on, man. They should know this. Let's change quick. We need change quick.
Well, you know what? Before I let you get dive in this trial real quick, uh, you know, when you decided that you didn't want any freshmen, growing pains, you the flip side is you dealing with ladies who've been taught a certain way for 4 years at a different university. So if their defense was bad at those other schools, they gonna be better. It's gonna take time, right, to know some things. You will hope that they can pick it up and grasp it and go because hey, T Rock's a scorer. He averaged 28 points and 12 rebounds. But who did T Rock play? Who did T Rock guard? How many points did Don scored on T Rock? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta weigh the things and I think one of the more disappointing things is this though. When we gonna put the onus on Cochran?
Mm.
She like I think everybody wanted that Hines Allen outcome. Makisha, she tore it up. She
Yeah.
tore it up. And she was with a dog and tore it up. You know what I'm saying? But she was different, man. Like she could do all kinds of stuff. And everybody thought that Olivia was gonna be in that mode. She's not. She's not. So can she get you 10 and 15 or 15 and 10 on occasion? But see, that separates the good from the great to the average because she's not getting that her average is not that. What's her average? Does anybody know her average? I can
Who's
look it
that?
up.
Cochran?
Yeah. What'd you say, Travis? What'd you say?
Said that right offhand. I know.
No,
Yeah,
what you said,
10.7, pretty much like 11 points,
How
6
many rebounds?
rebounds.
And that's the problem. That's the problem because that's what you basically averaged last year. You did not take that jump. But hell, that's almost what you averaged your sophomore year. Your sophomore year is probably like 9 and 5 or
Well,
something like that.
Let me break it down for you then, since you brought it up like that. She started out her first year, she averaged 9.9. Then she went 8.6, then 8.4, now 10.7. So,
Not
really,
not the necessary jump that you need from a McDonald's All American.
right.
A
For your
top
career,
20
you
player.
average. Yeah, for your career, you average 9
And
points.
I don't even give a damn about that. That rebounded should be way better than what it is. Nyla Harris is killing her on the boards, and she's constantly in foul trouble. You can't do that. T Rock, what's your thoughts on the game, man?
Well, I was going to bring up the point about Cochran as well.
Okay, my
Uh,
fault. My fault,
no,
bro.
you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You know what I mean? So we've covered that. So um, I feel like Jeff Walls, he's almost trying to figure it out too at this point. What inspires these kids
Right.
to play? You know what I'm saying? They seem to respond negatively to some of the stuff that he's done. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying why or whatever, and I'm not saying coddle them either. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, coach, do your thing. You know, yeah, I thought the starting lineup was a little weird, but I was just like, well, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? And we saw what happened.
Right.
They have defensive lapses. I mean, you can just see it. You know what I mean? Like when old girl hits a three, you're guarding her, and the next thing you know, you come off a weak screen, and then you duck down. Like for what?
Right.
Nobody's there. Nobody's there but you. Why would you duck? It doesn't make any sense. And so then you look, everybody's looking at each other like, what? Were you supposed to? And y'all haven't got that figured out yet.
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm concerned. I'm concerned defensive. I'm never concerned about the offense, but he was right. Their offense, if they're playing poorly on offense, they'll play poorly on defense.
And they too old of a team to do that.
Right. Trust me, we play ball. You know how good it is. You feeling good when you're saying you're scoring on your man, and then you want to come down and play D to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that you still look better than him when y'all, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and all that. But when your man's eating you up, it's just like, man, and now you're trying too hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're trying to score. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So
Right. And then, and like you said, man, we don't get us twisted. We love some Jeff Walls, and it is what it is. And this is one of them one of them seasons, man, it was just odd. This like, no freshman. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
and 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 and, and I understand that sometimes things dictate things, but Louisville's a top in women's basketball, Louisville's a top 10 program.
Hmm.
You can get recruits. So I don't
Oh,
know why
yeah.
he did a whole transfer thing. Because when you do a whole, and maybe his thing was because he thought Haley was going to be here, and he wanted to surround her with some proven talent. Well, I got a news flash for you guys who think that Haley don't play no defense either. This team would still probably be where they at. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still a hole. She didn't rebound either. That kind of stuff. So, but I tell you what, hopefully help is on the way next year
Mm.
because he's doing his thing. He's decided he wanted to go back into the high school scene. Zebo's daughter, McKinley Randolph, picked Louisville over Notre Dame and Michigan State. She's 6'1" from Sierra County. She actually plays on the team where Gilbert's daughter plays, or Gilbert Arenas. So, and like I said, he's got 3 other ones, and they're trying to get the number 1 player. So they still got another spot to go ahead and do. And I get it because Carrie still be on the team if she doesn't transfer again. You still got some pieces there, but I don't know, man. This right here, I watched video of her. She rebounds. She scoring the paint. She's athletic. You need a dog on them glass. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You need somebody to get them rebounds who's going to block some shots, do something. Granted, we all want a 6'6" person. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to have some other dogs in that fight, and I think she's one of them. So very, very pleased that he's doing this. I'm just don't know why you took a break last year.
Yeah, it's puzzling, but
It's odd.
yeah, all the goods was taken.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Begging it
nah,
up now.
but
Begging it up.
nah. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's just mind boggling because we know that where he is and being one of the part of the Olympic coaches. You know what I'm saying, for the under team, you get exposed to everybody. So that's what's kind of this. Maybe they have enough money in the circle.
Right.
I don't know. All right, so let's do this real quick. Whew.
Mm. That was ugly.
Kentucky 117, Alabama 95. I said it. I said that Kentucky rolled Tide up out of the building, out of Rupp Arena, and they sure did. And this score right here is not really what it's supposed to. I mean, this is closer than what it was.
Oh,
This
most
is
definitely.
this is a total embarrassment for Alabama. I mean, we knew that Oates, one year they play defense, another they don't. I guess it depends on who they got on his team. But to go ahead and give up 117 and really Kentucky could have probably scored 130. This was NBA.
Yeah.
This was NBA. No defense on, and Kentucky really stymied them. You know what I'm saying? They kept Alabama 50 something for the longest, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, we won. Let's do what we got to do. My thing is this. Edwards had a coming out party, all that kind of stuff. I love that and stuff. Now let's get to the real question. For all you guys who want Oates, are you still wanting him at Louisville because they took it on the head? Or you just say, hey man, we can because dude recruits. I mean, he can recruit his ass off, but Alabama ain't Louisville in basketball. Let's be real. Let's be real. Nowhere near University of Louisville. So do you guys still want Oates on that list, short list, or what? And who's on your list? The Dodge, since you're looking at TV or notes or something, I'm gonna go with you first. You might
I
got a
mean,
big notebook over there, so I don't know.
you know how to do. I mean, it's funny enough, but people. I was just talking to my homies at work, and I was telling them like some of the people that was on the list that was in Word. It was like, hey, they talking about Oates. Man, he almost smacked me because he was like, man, Oates just got blown out by Kentucky. I don't want him. I'm like, dang, that's the only. That's,
Hold on. Was he a Rick Pitino fan?
No, no, I don't want to even say he's a Rick Pitino fan. I can't
Did
even.
he cheer for Louisville when he had Rick?
I mean, yeah, I mean he's a Louisville fan.
Okay,
So
so what
you
I'm
know what I'm
saying
saying?
is, how many times did Rick get blown out by Kentucky?
Oh well, that's very true. That is very true.
Go ahead, my
Because
Bino.
I want to go on. I'll be seeing this stuff on, like I said, social media and everything else. But you know about, especially about who to bring in, who to do this. Okay, we'll save that. But I mean, it was just funny enough about him saying about Oates, and I was like, yeah, that was ugly. I mean, we know Kentucky was up by as much as 30 points in the closing. I mean, they took their foot off the gas. They pretty much just parked their car and just said, "Yeah, we done." Like, let them come back. But Edwards had a perfect game. They was slobbing all on him. I mean, it's like,
Oh
oh
wow.
Edwards, oh
Oh wow.
Edwards,
We
oh
you
Edwards.
we using that on the show?
That's-
God.
oh look, that post went straight through it because the commentator was all on that man. Though I'm saying, shut up. So look, Edwards he was perfect. So the commentator was all over him. Simple as that. But at the same time, it still is no sighting. Still no sighting of DJ Wagner. Still no sighting. DJ Wagner ended up with 4 points for the game.
Oh man. Oh
I
man.
I can't deal with you right now. I gotta stay straight. Gotta stay straight.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah. So
I
DJ
thought,
Wagner.
I thought this became Pornhub for me.
Okay. Bradshaw. He played 5 minutes. Where's the guys at? I mean, hell. Look, they still beat the mess out of them. Oh, I can't with y'all now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Okay.
throwing it up. I'm throwing the flag up.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. We get it. We get it.
Oh,
No, no.
Yeah.
oh
Hey,
my God.
throw that notebook away, bro.
Oh, oh
Okay.
my God.
All right, let's go because before we get fined, Travis, T-Rock, what's your thoughts on this game, man? God, damn.
I can't get
the first of many.
Oh,
God,
I can't even think
damn,
now.
I know it.
Okay, let's move
Okay,
along.
okay, I'm not a NATO's guy.
Okay,
He was never on my list in the first place.
Whew.
Ooh, although I think we could probably afford him. Oh God,
Ah.
that's when it comes to the school. It's about some money. And who can it afford? They still paying too many people right now.
I think they got them on everybody on PayPal's pay 4 for 4.
You know, they got a group chat with everybody getting paid. No, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still in the Chris Beard
Okay.
lane myself. You know what I'm saying? That's who I want because I think even through the Crum era, Patino era, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
Louisville has been known by defense.
True.
Of course, you know what I'm saying, we get put the ball in the basket, but so I want that presence back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's my thoughts. And on Kentucky, that was yeah, okay. They won.
Right.
Good job.
Right. So the Don, I'm coming back to you now. Keep it clean. What coaches are you thinking about?
I don't know. I was leaning towards Lane. I mean, Tang myself, and it possibly. Golly, I was just talking about it earlier. I can't even remember the other one. I had them right here. I don't even got them written down. But those are some of the top possibilities. But then I can't even. I see you threw me off. I'm totally.
That's okay. That's okay. That was funny. That's a good one. That's an all-time classic for real. I didn't know where we was at for a minute. I thought we was at the strip joint for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But now I like Bird. You know what I'm saying? But we hear the people talking about, what he went through and stuff like that. Oates, like I'm with Travis in the point that I want some defensive presence, something. I mean, don't get me wrong, we don't want to wear, excuse me, it's like Virginia, but we want to be able that you can lock down some people and score some points. And I know that's kind of hard. People like, okay, but we've seen it before and things happen. At least be fundamentally sound defensive wise. I like Bird. Tang, with Tang, I just don't think that's gonna happen for many reasons.
Yes.
I think somebody has locked the door
Yeah.
on that.
Ain't no little baby gonna be playing in that locker room.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's kind of locked. And then I think it's so sad because it's a lot of like coaches that are at mid majors or even at at Division Ones that are decent that can coach, but because I think Louisville's got to knock it out of the park. I've heard about donors saying they will pay for buyouts from like say from Oates or whoever. We need to make things happen. So I think a lot of people's on the board. I'm not going to say Mick Cronin.
No.
That to me that doesn't move the needle one bit.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? So and Jay Wright ain't coming out of that booth.
I don't blame him.
No, I make too much money and I ain't gotta
Yep.
recruit or do none of that stuff like that. But
Still wear my suits.
right, do all that stuff. So I mean, it's still open, man. It's still open. But to me, the way we have been bottom feeders the past 2 to 3 years, you got to get a big name, and I hate that because it's other guys who are not big names who are probably better coaches, and that sucks.
Yep. Yeah, butter.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's just most definitely we got to have a home run hire because then it's going to come down to guys. How long y'all going to give this guy? I mean, how
True.
quick of a win? I mean, does he turn the program around instantly? I mean, yeah. One thing is Ty Lure stay,
You better you better pay him.
and then you get, or is this bull stuff rumor with these top recruits coming in and they just want to know Kenny Payne's future? Like, really? Carter Knox? And if Kenny stays, I'm coming. Is this, come
Well,
on. I just don't
well,
see it. I don't
Well,
see it.
He
my
didn't
thing,
say that, did he?
there's a lot
That's
of
the
rumors. A
word.
lot of rumors.
I don't. Yeah,
Well,
no, he
well,
didn't say that.
the crazy thing is this: he has talent on the team now. The talent is not the problem. Talent is not the problem. So let's throw that out. So you try to get Carter and everything else. It's still the same problem. Still gonna be there if that's the case. For real. And if you can't see that talent's not the problem, well, injuries. Okay, well, injuries happen. Injuries happen. We get that, but that hurts. Losing JJ hurt, right? Big time. All these other kids has been hurt during the season and things like it. Not having Dennis, that hurts. Because you got to think by this time now he should already be at least stronger because you done had almost half a year to get yourself together. You know what you want to do. I mean, yeah, that definitely hurts. A 7'1" rim protector, yeah, that's hurt. But at the end of the day, the major problem is still there. So I don't want to hear about Carter Knox and some dude from France and dude from Africa, dude from my backyard. All that shit don't mean nothing.
Don't
That
get
don't
a dude
mean
from
because
Durpo.
whatever, he's too old, but we're gonna make him eligible. I mean, but still, at the end of the day, it's coaching. Okay, it's coaching. And then it's funny that you got the pro Kennys and I whatever. To me, I don't care who he is. Coaching is coaching. When it's good coaching, it's bad coaching. It's ain't a black and white thing. It's about coaching.
What it comes down to.
Period. If you want to hit your wagon because he's black, he's a former player, then you really don't care about the university because it's coaching.
Yep.
It's different if he can coach and he got the wrong deal and everybody like, oh yeah. Then this is an issue. Then it's a race. This is a race thing. Dude, this is coaching. To me, now if you like, oh, we gotta get number 3rd for you. When the dude said this is basically my first year, dude, you know what? Let's don't do built-in excuses. I mean, because what is it, 12 wins? Is it 12? What is it, 12, 11 wins, something like that? Something crazy in 2 years. And the ACC has not been like that. Your out-of-conference schedule has not been the toughest. So what's the problem? It's you. It's you and everybody else associated with that. So, I mean, man, I'm at the point, man. Let's call it what it is. It's coaching, man. It's coaching. Let's quit all that shit. Speaking of coaching, which is very, very, you got coaching, you got camps, you got all kinds of stuff happening. This happened this weekend, and this is a disgrace.
Shit. I got it all like that.
What you just saw was a video of Cam Newton at his 7-on-7 tournament, basically getting jumped by TSP or whatever team. I don't care what Cam has said to you or if he said anything. What makes you think you need to go ahead and try to jump a grown-up? It's ridiculous. And when all you guys is throwing, trying to do sucker punches and all kinds of shit, and you still can fade this guy, and the hat didn't move, you should have ran in. Once you hit that dude and he ate that punch, and then he's got one flinging him around and got another like. First of all, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Number one, man. These guys, they ain't got to put on these camps. They got to do all that. I don't care because you dealing with Cam, he's gonna talk slick, and I don't know. Like, people that still don't know, and we're gonna find out eventually, like, why they decided to jump him. Excuse me, as players and youth, it was juvenile stuff, and it was juvies. Like, this is a total disrespect, man, for me. And it's sad, and it's really sad because social media is a powerful thing, and people like Cam, he got his own show, and he's gonna talk his own stuff. You ain't gotta. It's like here, you don't have to agree with what we say. We all have opinion. You know what I'm saying, and that's what we do. But for you to go ahead and try to gang, this bum rush this one man, and you didn't do anything. First of all, Cam is a world-class athlete. He's legit 6'6", and he ate that punch and these other punches, and y'all still couldn't get him down. That's crazy because we talked about it on the last show Thursday, how NFL, a professional athlete's body is different than a college, and college is different from regular. Like, you do still train, still that thing, but for you to have the nuts to try to jump him, it's dudes putting on a tournament to get you guys out, to get seen by colleges. You went. If you didn't like this guy, why go? If he says something slick, y'all know that's what he does. Cam talks slick all the time. He's getting paid to talk slick now. But you, as teenagers, I don't know if it was all teenagers, could have been some coaches, whatever. But that's sick, man. That's crazy as hell to me, and it don't make no sense, man. T Rock, what your thoughts on Cam getting jumped at his own damn 7-on-7 thing?
Well, it's just a trend for young folk. You know what I'm saying? That they like to dish it, but they can't take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't embarrass them or anything. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. It made us look terrible.
Right.
Absolutely terrible. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it made look, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, nobody knows exactly the details, but it made Cam look worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did his thing and held his own against a whole bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying? But you put yourself in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that young folk cannot take this thing, they just can't. You know what I mean? And that's the result of what happens. You know what I'm saying? And nobody tells them any different. And that's what's even more sad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a very, very unfortunate situation, and for everybody involved. But my whole thing, man, it just made us look terrible,
Right.
just terrible.
Bad. The Don.
Well, it's funny you just bring this up because I know I had a notification earlier about it, and I just pulled it up to tell me what somewhat of they saying what went on. Like one of the youth organizations involved in the video, the fight, released a statement placing blame on Cam from what happened.
Of course.
Yep, they said it's called Top Chef Performance, an Atlanta-based training facility. The teams participating in the event issued a statement apologizing for their role in the fight, but they blamed Cam for starting it. They said that the guys, the coaches, they've worked with Cam before. It's has a C1N foundation several years prior, but Newton struggled to accept defeat in the past when their teams take defeat, against the other teams when they bring them in. Said the statement claims that Newton was taunting Top Shelf's players repeatedly.
That's what he
Propping,
does.
yeah, that's very true. Propping one of the Top Chef coaches to have a word with him about it. Newton allegedly tried to choke the coach, prompting another coach to intervene and punch Cam, escalating the situation.
Okay.
So I guess that's what started it. Says police said they seen it all. They witnessed the whole thing, the altercation. They was aware that Cam started. So as we know,
So talking shit got you sucker punch
so
and
yeah.
jumped.
So I guess about you thinking about it, I guess the other coaches, probably some of the players. I mean, once you see this man, this 6'2", 250, 6'5", I think. What's Cam? 6'5", 250 at least.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
And y'all ain't taking this man down. We seen that ain't happening. I'm surprised they still didn't have no type of security with him, but I guess he's done this for years, and he didn't need none.
Well, and you hit it. You hit that. Okay, he taunts. That's what he does. Everybody's seen videos. Cam doing this for years. That's what he does. He talks cash. You know what I'm saying? He's got a podcast that let him talk cash. Now, as far as choking, I didn't see that. It could have happened. Not saying it didn't. But if you got a problem with this guy, this is what he does. Why go to his stuff though? That's my thing. Why go to this man's 7-on-7 if you know that he's bad business and you don't like the way he does things?
And he taunts. He's gonna talk that smack back to you. You gotta be able to talk it right back.
Right.
And for the guy to come probably and get in his face and probably try and demand him to stop doing what he's doing, Cam probably laughed at him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who are
Just
you?
like, yeah.
Who are you?
You-
Why are you gonna tell me what to do at my own
You know
stuff?
who I am, right? So hey, back up, player. Probably
Right.
back him up with that that chokehold. But like I said, Trav said it looks bad on us. and especially at Atlanta base, doesn't look good. Cam taking his time, his personal time, to help the youth, to look out for it. And I know he's done this plenty before,
Right.
but hey, will he change his ways? I don't think this is going to stop him, but probably
I,
messing with those Atlanta guys.
and that's his own. That's his home. That's his home. You know what I'm saying? He's got one of the most successful cigar places, lounge in the ATL. Big time. You know, the thing about it is the crazy thing is I commend Cam because when you watch this video, he ain't throwing punches.
Mm-mm.
If he was throwing punches, yeah, there'd have been some issues because
Right.
6'5", 6'6", 250 or more, mountain of a man that's still training, this you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff like that. You don't want them problems. So I'm glad that he didn't do that. I'm glad he
Right.
didn't do that because I guess in the back of his mind he's still trying to protect his brand and stuff like that. So, you know, chuck holes, headlocks, and pushing back. Thank goodness he did that because that could have really been a bad thing, big time. Um, all right, so NBA, I'm not gonna get into score. I'm gonna do something different. We gonna get out on this note. Put some stuff on the page that has some very, very interesting engagement. So we're gonna rock and roll with this way. Now, I'm not gonna do like I did on the page to say
Right.
put two people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'm gonna answer to who do you think is the best in-game dunker? And for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, basically on the Facebook page had the best in-game dunker, had Dominique Wilkins, and had Vince Carter. Now, it's a lot of people who you may think it is. You know, Rain Man included. That used to be my guy. But I'm asking you guys, who do you think? And I'm gonna go with you, Don, because I know you be on the page constantly, so I know you probably already had thoughts and stuff. And to give Travis enough time to think if he needs to think about it. But who is the best in-game dunker that you've seen?
Oh no, I want to say when Sean Kemp,
Woo! The Rain Man.
that man, like I had a point one statement out somebody said, and it's in my head, and everybody should know this one Sean Kemp dunk, where he dunked on our boy, he went falling, pretty much kind of like the old Shaq, pushed him down a little bit, fell, and then just pointed like, and no tech was called. No
That's
tech,
when it was real.
right? And it was hard too, though. But I mean, I used to love me some Dominique. Boy, Dominique he'd go hard on you. So he's gonna dunk on you. He's gonna take bodies. He took plenty of bodies. But I give it to Sean Kemp myself.
T-Rock.
Vince Carter.
Mm.
That as soon as this man jumped over a 7-footer, jumped over him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Come on. This man is windmilling. This man is windmilling off missed jump shots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let him get an open court. You know, showtime. You know what I mean? Vince Carter, by far the best in-game dunker.
To me, I'm going with Dominique, man. I done seen him tip dunk on everybody, done windmill, done 360, all in game. Do it with people in his face. Dude was the human highlight film for real.
For a reason.
Like and love Vince Carter. I love Vince Carter. Love Sean Kemp. That was my guy. That's why I had some Sonic stuff because of Sean Kemp. And they all do it. But dude did it. Dominic did it with this so much power. Like you thinking dude is doing a windmill and cradling it like constantly on tip dunks. Like, dude, how you do that? Like, what's going on? And he was in the era with, you know, he's that lost forgotten son. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in the era with MJ, the Bird, and Magic and stuff like that. But he also would put 50 on you too. You know what I'm saying? Dude was different, but I mean, you can't go wrong with anybody. Yeah, one of the best in dunk games I saw was Dr. J rock the
Oh,
cradle on Michael Cooper.
Cooper.
Right?
And Cooper had the nerve to jump, even though Cooper was the defensive player. What, son? And
Come
Doctor,
on.
look, Doctor was in his 30s then.
Yeah.
Because he came to the 76ers old. Doc
Mm.
was in his 30s and rocked that on Coop. I'm like, bro, dude. In the playoffs, dude? Playoffs? Stop it. Stop it.
It's like he knew when he jumped, though. He's like, "Oh, I made a mistake."
Yeah, he
He's like,
did.
what was
He
I
did.
thinking?
He did. Best clutch 3-point shooter.
That's so hard.
On this one, I had Miller and I had Ray, and we all know that it's a ton, Steph and everybody else. Guess. But talking about clutch, you can put clutch in many ways, define it in many ways. You can talk about playoffs, all kinds of stuff like that. Best clutch 3-point shooter. What you got, Don?
Ooh, this is so hard. This is hard. I mean, you have on the page those two, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to go with the. I think I'm going to go with the. Ooh, but then I'm going to think. Ooh,
Who you say, Don?
oh, Dame Dollar. Forget it. Dame Dollar.
Dame
I'm going
time.
Dame Dollar. Dame, yeah. Yes, he's getting it. He's getting my vote
T-Rock.
because he's putting in some big ones.
That's hard, man, because we've seen a lot of people hit a lot of clutch shots,
3-point
Robert-
shooters.
Ro-
though.
Robert Horry.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked
Ooh.
down a couple three. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
Yeah.
Big game Rob.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes,
That's a dandy one right there, bro.
Yeah,
right.
so you know what
Same
I'm
thing,
saying?
but that's why he got 5 of those things.
That dude, man, you know what I'm saying? It was cool as ice, dude. I'm probably Horry. I'm gonna say Horry.
I like that, man. That's out the box with that one.
Right.
That right there, that's special. Hey, Travis winning the bag on that one. I ain't gonna lie. You winning the bag on that one.
Yeah, that was out of left field. No
Yeah,
doubt.
and that's how it's about. That's what it's all about. That's great.
Yeah.
To me, man, I'm gonna have to go with shit. You know what? I love Reggie. Reggie's just so different. But I done seen Ray Allen hit threes, mega threes, to keep people alive in the playoffs and to help them win it. I ain't talking about a regular game at the Gardens or whatever the hell. I'm talking about playoffs. Like, dudes, like,
Yeah.
pow, damn. He just saved the Cavs. Come on, because season LeBron and them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The Celtics, he done got them together. Like, whoa, Ray, man. And you know what? And I think what stands in everybody's mind is going to be Reggie at New York.
Right. You got him.
That was one of the best
Yeah.
all-time performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that dude said, I got y'all. We got this. Oh, Spike up here doing all this stuff. That was a wrap. I get it. I get it. But Ray, man, hey.
Yeah.
Ray.
That's nice.
And the crazy
Great jump
thing
shot.
is, he always had a great jump shot. But he was not, when he first came in there, he was dunking on people, mid-range,
yeah.
all this kind of stuff. But
When he
that
first got there, he was Jesus Shuttleworth.
big time. And
Just
that's what
so
bump. Look,
classic.
look. You read bumps my bing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. But that dude, I mean, we done seen a lot of clutch, but but I do love what Travis did with that one though. That was tough. That was tough because Robert, big game, Rob. My God. NBA better defender, Rodman or Ben Wallace. It was the Pistons joint, but this is Rodman's course with Bulls or Spurs and all this kind of stuff because dude didn't let down. And actually, when he first was with the Pistons, dude was more perimeter than interior. It's small forward type stuff.
Right.
The Don, better defender. This is these two guys.
Right. I'm seeing you. and then they're gonna grab rebounds also. But I'm going with the Rodman. I'm going to Dennis. Dennis gonna get in your head too. Not only just defending. He was Damon Damon Green before Damon Green, and he's plus 100. He's gonna get in your head, all in your face. He's gonna grab you, touch you. I mean, you might foul out. He probably swing on him too before the day's over. But still,
He's gonna
but
take you to the ringer.
right, Robin's. Hey, he's gonna put that body on you too. He don't even. I remember putting those bodies on Lambert and everybody else to get them frustrated. Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Then come up with 21 rebounds, but have 2 points. That's okay. Do your job. And the other guy got ejected for swinging on him. So hey, it's
Right,
all
right.
right.
You
But
right.
I'm going with Dennis.
T Rock.
I'll probably say Rodman too. Honestly, it's two different kind of physicalities, between the two. But Rodman's wild as a deer, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that because he does little small things to mess with you, get in your head. Ben Wallace was more, he was more straightforward with his stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna push you down, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, kind of situation. They're like, all right,
Right.
don't nobody want none of that. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Rodman.
You know the crazy thing is both of them like 6'8", 6'7", 6'8".
Yep.
And what was amazing to me with Rodman is he's one of the only guys I've seen that gave Shaq the business.
Mm-hmm.
Can Shaq still done? Yeah, but dude was in the head. He was physical. He was in tip top condition, strong as an ox. So he's like, dude, come on, let's go. Like I get 20 boys on Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing this on this dude, and I can go ahead and switch and guard a Pippen and somebody with that skill and bang Jordan and guard play. Dude can guard. He was probably really the only one really 1 through 5. Dude can guard. Dude was different, and his energy was unmatched.
Yes, it was motor.
Dude was doing this stuff with the Bulls, and he's old. He wasn't no spring chicken. He done did all that stuff with Detroit and won. He done did that with the Spurs and won. You know what I'm saying? Dude, so all right, y'all need 3 more of them things? All right, here I come. Here I come. But I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna shore all this stuff up. So you ain't gotta worry about Luke Longley and all them other weak motherfuckers. I got this. Dude was different. Dude was different, and he, like y'all said, mentally you cannot get past him, dude. He's grabbing people's butts and all kinds of stuff and blowing kisses and stuff, and you could not. He's that guy that's he's that bully that you could not beat up, and you knew you couldn't beat him up, and he's taunting you, like, come on, let's go, like you said, 2 points and 28 rebounds type shit, like, and. I stopped Rodman. Well, he ain't trying to score. He ain't trying to score. You know what I'm saying? Dude was different, man. And he embellished that stuff. And Jordan and them hated him. Jordan and Pippen hated him. But they knew if they wanted to continue that stuff, get them championship, you got to come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Man,
Dude
I
was different.
Documentaries and stuff about that, and they had to go pick him, find him,
Doing his thing.
Where's Dennis at? Yeah. Oh, Dennis in Vegas.
Party.
Yeah, somebody go pick him up. We got a game tomorrow.
Yeah. Smelling all like 1800 and stuff. He's still doing his thing.
Right, with sparkles on.
Oh, glitter.
Glitter, that's what I was thinking. Glitter.
Lip gloss and everything else on. He was still rocking and rolling. He did his thing. Yeah, he did his thing. And that was just a different era that people do not understand. That era will always go down as one of the best, man, because they was rock stars.
No doubt.
And they knew it. They're like, well, hold on, man. We ain't doing this without Dennis. We got to go get him. But he's at the bar, been partying for 24 hours. And still ball.
Yeah.
Still ball. So hey, Rod, man, hey, he's totally different and still the same as we talk right now. Better 6th man, Jamal Crawford, Manu Ginobili. The crazy thing is, most people gonna go with the championship. And I get it. But for you to like totally diss Jamal because he ain't got no championship, you diss a Spurs fan. I mean, for real, for real. The Don, what you got?
And by you saying that, it's funny because I was looking at it earlier and I was like, yeah, they got some championships. He balled, but Jamal Crawford was an athlete. That man brought major D when he came off that bench. And he might cross you up because we've seen him cross Jordan up several times, I
Right,
want to say.
right.
He's going to put up some points. He might get, on a given day, you never know, he might get 50 out of him, out of
Right.
nowhere. Like, where'd that come from? And Jamal Crawford was a baller. I
Yeah, he
give it to
was.
him. So,
Yeah. No,
he
you
was
right.
right.
No, and a lot of age, different stuff like that. T Rock, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with Crawford as well. I mean, Manu Ginobili came off the bench and he was basically he was a role player. He knew what he was in there to do, and he did it well. He did it very well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jamal Crawford's job, he was going to get buckets, and that's what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Bucket
I come
getter.
in the game, get buckets, go sit down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had him like for a long time on like my the TikTok stream. You know what I'm saying? With them little highlights of him with that behind the back cross. Man, get
Unstoppable.
him every time too, and then he did a little floater after. Man, stop it. Yeah, Jamal Crawford for me.
Take Ginobili off of the Spurs and let him be with the teams that Jamal Crawford had. Will it look the same? Right. Put Crawford with the Spurs team coming for that second unit. What would they look like? The second unit going into that fourth quarter when you need the points out there. I'm going with Crawford. I think Ginobili, great player, but it's two different styles, two different. Like, who wouldn't want to be with the Spurs with Timmy and all them other guys? You know what I'm saying? David Robinson at the time, Timmy, Parker. I mean, it was loaded.
Yeah.
Dude's in the Hawks, throwing up 50, 40, doing you can't stop him. He's with the Clippers
Right.
when the Clippers was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
dude's doing it. And don't get it twisted. Dude could have started for all these teams. Dude was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
He
you
was
think
looking like,
Go ahead.
now he was saying he was looking like he should be playing in Rutgers Park.
That's why he was in the league for like 14 to 17 years. Just doing his thing. He
Yeah.
done been on so many teams that I get it, but it's different. Like if Jamal Crawford was on the Spurs and he won 2 to 3 championship, everybody be saying Jamal Crawford.
Yep.
Hands down. Hands down. It doesn't even calculate. Like for real. And I did lie. I want to give this. I got 2 more things, and then I'm gonna give you guys a break. Let you guys go to sleep. And I ain't talking about these guys. These guys is crazy. We done hit. I ain't talking. I'm talking about you who watching. Let's go first. Let's do it this way. I want to go back. The Don had a question that he wanted to. One of these questions. I want to go ahead and see if I can get this one. Okay. Duke star player for Blocksky or whatever, the center, small the power forward, 7-foot power forward, injured during the court storming against who was that? Was that Wake? What was that? Who
Yep.
was that against
Wake
Wake
Forest.
Forest?
Mm-hmm.
Injured itself. Well, actually, when you look at the video, come on, dude, this is like Caitlin Clark stuff.
Exactly.
Now it's coming. At first it was his ankle, then his knee. Now they say he's sore. Well, they got Louisville on Wednesday. He ain't even got to play that game. He ain't got to play that game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Whole
they ain't
starting
got
side, they got to play that game.
right. So it's like
South Carolina.
all that stuff, everything, right? So, and the ACC don't have a fine if you rush the court. Like these other conferences got fines and stuff like that. So we know it's going to be some change and something's going to happen. So, what do we do? Do you continue to let that happen, court storming, or do you put an end to that? T Rock, what you think?
I think court storming is not a bad thing. You know, fans, it's an interactive thing. And I mean, is it unfortunate that people sometimes get hurt? Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I saw the video too. Flapowski looked like he was just trying to move to trip him and push him down. You know what I'm saying? He really did. I mean, that second step was awful long. You know what I'm
What, man?
saying?
Right.
Stop it. So, let's not act like, you know what I'm saying, you were innocent in this whole thing. And then it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. So,
A missed trip.
yeah, you know, it was like, you messed up. You know what I mean? So I don't think they should stop the court storming. I think if they're going to implement anything, to do the fines and, just let's let the colleges pay the fine.
True. The Don.
No, man. I think they need to go ahead and stop it for real. For real though. I mean, it's exciting it all. Like you got your number one teams go down, the teams that don't even supposed to beat them at all. You got your 23-point deficit. They come back and the unranked team pulls it off and wins at the buzzer. Hey, be excited, stands. Let's look out. It comes down to because of I think it was a couple years back when they ended up having a fight on the court with another player,
Mm.
and all that between the court storming at that. And when that happened, I thought they was going to go ahead and do something about it back then. But these fines ain't going to do it because it's not even on them. But they're allowing the students to come on and the fans to come on the field.
Right.
So it got to get it to a point where, look, you come on this court, you're going to have some legal issues yourself.
Right.
Because now we got to look out for, they are making it just by this Caitlin Clark and your boy doing it. They're making it, like, and then the coach is bringing it out as in, let's do something about this because I'm looking out for my players. I'm not even thinking about anything else. I'm thinking about their well-being. Well, coach, your players should move a little bit faster then. I mean, it is what it is. They took the loss, get off the court, go back to the locker room, let them celebrate. But now, as in they drawing so much attention to it, I think it will be something done about it.
My thing is, and you hit some great points, Don. You definitely did. When you're on the court, you see that they loading up. You see that, and do like Cal for Kentucky. Cal has been like, when he sees that, come on over here. Let them have the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, he brings them closer to the bench so we can get up out of here. You see it. You can't be dumb to the fact that, okay, and if I'm a player, I'm thinking, oh, goodness gracious.
Yep.
Forget this play. The game's over. Let me get closer to this bench so we can get up out of here. Because they coming to the midcourt. And you see this. And then for Duke's coach, Shire, to complain about it, oh, we need to do away. But apparently in your athletic family, Duke's coach was happy. In football, yes, storm the field. We want to do that. Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't on the field, and then all of a sudden with your security people, you need to rope things off. Get everybody, the dudes who's at the popcorn stands, eating popcorn the whole game, and at the bird stand, sneaking birds at the doors when it's closing time, and everybody got a walkie-talkie. Look, man, it's a minute left, man. We great get about 2 minutes left. Look, we might win this. Y'all need to come on down and circle the wagons. It's a lot of things you can do. And then, like I said, as an opposing team, you need to make sure you're out of there.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there. ACC is so backwards. You ain't finding nobody, so now you know it's gonna be a fine. And really, this is how you stop it. Not a 5,000 fine, not a 10,000 fine. Hit them with that half milli. If y'all do this court, it's 500,000. That
Right.
what that does is make you get security together.
Mm-hmm.
We need 200 security guards in this game. Yeah, do it. You better do something. And it's sad because these two players faked injuries. They faked it. I I'm still looking at the video with Flip. Like what oh, yeah, you say your ankle? What you did a silhouette? You did a pirouette, ballet, and then the dude carry you, holding you off. You wasn't hurt, dude. And like Travis said, T Rock said, you was trying to trip somebody and miss that shit. And then you, come on. And Caitlyn, we already know what you did. You pushed somebody and act like, come on, man. You know what? Get off the damn court. Get off the court. So I don't think you should take it away. It's up to the school to protect the people. It's up to the visitors to protect yourself. It's up for the freaking security people to take care and make sure everything, because they want that. Don't lose that. What it is, Don D, the Don, T Rock, Will I Am. We don't at the young, we don't rush. We used to beating good teams. We ain't rushing no court. And if it is, it's the end of Freedom Hall, celebrating that crappy. And if it is, that means we are a crappy ass team. So would I say have we ever? Yeah, we have, but it ain't like it's like, hey, dude, come on, man, go. We too busy trying to beat the guy in the parking lot because we don't know if it's gonna be 45 minutes or an hour waiting.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about if I rush the court, it's a wrap. That's another hour. I'm trying to get up out of here.
No doubt.
Doing all this silly shit. I mean, it is what it is. And, hey, protection first, but all these fake people and a lot of these star players, so they're going to try to do something. One NFL before we leave. And I don't know if this is kind of like stick a little fork into you, Trav. This is the Don came up with this one. Did Eric Bieniemy make the right decision leaving the Chiefs? And what he's getting at, dude had to go back to college, had to go to college.
Right.
He's the offensive coordinator, one of them, whatever, at UCLA, one of them West
UCLA.
Coast team.
Mm-hmm. Under Deshaun Foster.
And hey, the crazy thing is this. Went to the Commanders after he left the Chiefs. Everybody, he didn't call the plays for the Chiefs. We know it's Andy Reid. He had a flag coop to show that he can do something. He goes to the Commanders and this kind of stuff. I think one of the disappointing factors for me is that a lot of these teams recycle coaches, and he didn't get to that cycle, which is crazy to me. Like, he could have been an offensive. Even if he wasn't a quarterback, he could have been a quarterback coach. He could have been a running back, whatever. Dude, he been working with Mahomes. Why wouldn't you want some of that? I don't care. But Andy, dude got to know something. You think Andy Reid is keeping him out there because, hey, I like you?
Right.
That's crazy to me.
Right.
So, I mean, that's my thought on it. Don, and I'll let Trav wrap it up.
Well, I looked at it as in he probably should have stayed in Kansas City in the get-go, not left, because you already spoiled by having Patrick Mahomes in that offense. I don't care if you partner in with Andy, y'all sharing play calling duties or whatever, because you know how with the Rooney Rule, let's say that. And I think that was just smoke and mirrors half the time by him getting interviews, and never getting hired. How many interviews, bro, you going to get for a head coach and not get hired? There's something, the common denominator is you. They are not seeing something that they think, because you said Patrick Mahomes is there. So you spoiled. So are you calling offense? If he's calling offense, who's calling it? You go to Washington, you sign up for a 2-year deal, so you go over there, and then after they fire him. I mean, bring in Dan Quinn. They're like, we're not gonna be needing your services. So nobody else in the NFL needs you at all. Nobody. You gotta say forget it and go back down to UCLA. I mean, well, to the college ranks.
No, go down. You right.
Yeah. So I think it's still something more to it. As in, like I said, I mean, it is what it is when you look at it with an open eye. For him to make that choice to go to UCLA and just go into Sean Foster, and see, I guess, wait for him to get another look. Or maybe he'd probably end up in the college ranks once in coaching there.
My thing is this. My questions to you is that do you think it's a black thing? For
I
the
didn't.
simple, well,
Right.
for the simple fact, Raheem Morris is one of the fortunate ones. He was a head coach. Then he got fired. He became a coordinator and stuff like that, and he was able to get a job back. And I know it's different. We're talking about somebody who's probably maybe called some plays and things like that. You had head coach for the Vikings, Dennis Green, rest in peace. He was probably one of the rare ones that was able to be in the cycle. You know what I'm saying, for the
Right.
Vikings and stuff like that. He was able to coach, be head coach, and he's probably besides. Damn, I can't even think. And I know it's some other ones, but a lot of them don't keep in that circle. When you get fired, you out of there. You had Edwards, you had things like that. Don't get me wrong, we had some black coaches, but a lot of time when they get fired, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's a
it
wrap.
really is.
I mean, my guy from Arizona, what's his name? What's his name?
Yeah,
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff, yeah.
right.
Dude was garbage. And then he became the hottest name and be the offensive coordinator. It was garbage. But he'll stay in the league forever.
And thing
Just
is,
saying,
he
just
was
throwing it
under
out.
under
Patrick
Kingsbury.
Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why, because of Patrick Mahomes.
Right. All right, Trav, what's your thoughts? This is one of your own.
So here's what I feel about it. Do I think he made the right decision leaving the Chiefs? I don't think he made the wrong decision. Outside looking in, man, it's to see where you're at and see where you were to see where you're at. It's what I'm saying, it's two different things, right? You have to be thrown out the nest and fly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you hit the ground or you start to glide, you're going to find out one way or the other. You know what I mean? I truly believe, maybe even in his head, that, making this move would help him get a head coaching position somewhere.
True. Yep.
You're no longer under the thumb of an Andy Reid, and nobody can call you out for saying so. You know what I'm saying? So,
Get it.
did he make the right decision? I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but I sure as hell don't think he made the wrong decision.
True. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's my whole thing. Like, I've never seen so many sports like CBS, NBC, all these stations made it known that he ain't calling the plays. He ain't like they put it out there. Like, I mean,
Right.
this ain't him. So I get it. Like what Travis said. Hey, get out there, especially when you got 2 years of offensive coordinator or whatever at the Commanders. And I even think this is a move that shows you, okay, I'm away from this. I'm not going to take what it basically is, I'm not going to take anything lower than a coordinator. So are you going to be a coach or a coordinator? You wouldn't peep me out. So I'm going to go to college. Let me work on my craft. Let me call some plays. Let me do what I got to do and start that way. I just think it's sad that he has to do that, but I think it was the best decision because I think the media forced his hand. I think they forced it because, like, and who don't want to be a head coach of a team, especially if you are already a coach, assistant coach. You want to be that. You don't experience championships. I want to be able to say I won a championship as a coach. And I just think that, if he could have picked being an offensive coordinator for, let's say, San Fran, somebody different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to get away from the coaches who called the plays. Because
Right.
Dave was going to let everybody know that you don't call the plays and you don't
Exactly.
deserve a job. And these interviews are the Rooney rules, like you said, Don. It is like that. So we get him in here. Hey, they can't say that because he is a coordinator. Okay, cool. So you went to a bottom feeder, didn't work out. It became stressful and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I get it. And it to me, it's just sad that, I'm proud that he actually said, okay, let me go back and cut my teeth. Let me do this because Cliff sucks, but because he coached Mahomes, he's doing what he does.
Right.
It is what it is, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So
And I think he's not only just the offensive coordinator, he's also the running back coach too. So
in college, you got to do all kinds of shit. You might be clean. You might be cleaning the porta potties too. Tell it, whatever, dude. They might be paying him a hefty sum and say, but you gonna have to do something too. Besides that, we ain't what you had in the whatever you was making with the Commanders and the Chiefs. You gonna have to really earn your stuff, and it's gonna be
he's
cleaning
living in
these
California.
telephone.
Right, he's back. He's living in California. So
Yeah, he's loving. He's good. He's good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know we done ran over. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. We do what we do. No show tomorrow. We're going to probably try to see if there's any game that we need to go see and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys. T-Rock, anything you want to leave with the people?
Man, if I don't see y'all again for the rest of the week, man, y'all have a good one, man, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.
The Don, any poetic, crazy stuff you going to leave us with?
You're stupid. Hey, let me just give this to the people. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. Tom Lasorda.
Love it. Had to be the Dodgers. Which is great. And that's a segue. So don't forget, we definitely get ready to get into the baseball, softball season. So we got you guys and appreciate it. We continue to do what we have to do to bring you guys what's going on in the sports world and also take care of home. So we definitely going to get in the baseball scene, softball scene. We doing the basketball, so out and about, going to these games, trying to get more people on, more players on, really more players on. Coaches definitely welcome, but we want to get more players on and talk to them and have fun. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Exposure. We actually, like I said today, we got up to 13,000 followers. Trying to put the word out to people. Enjoy it. Love it. Love seeing the comments. You guys going back and forth engagement. That's what it's all about. We creating something special. You know what I'm saying? It's really it's our own sports channel. So we got different things and we're growing and I love it. I love the progression. We got some other stuff that's in the works that's that we're gonna do. So hey, thank you guys for rocking and rolling with us. Tell a friend to go ahead and follow and do what you got to do. We out. Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.